Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of my Hornby hobby. So this isn't going to be a review or anything, it's actually a look back. A week ago today I bought a Hornby train set for £85 and it was probably the best £85 that I ever bought, which came with an 040 and 3 wagons, vent wagon, open wagon and a towed brake van. And it also came with a loop of track and a siding. And over the week, it's been getting progressively bigger. I mean, I couldn't have anticipated that I would get so heavily into this hobby. I never thought I'd get back into it. I was umming and ahhing about it, because I have, wanted to build my own layout and have my own trains running and things like that. But I've always been like, I haven't really got the room, I haven't really got a place to put the thing. Money is another issue. What exact kind of layout do I want? That sort of thing. I think when I started doing this, only a week ago, I had in mind the original Hornby layout, which is like 3 loops and like 5 to 6 sidings branching off in all directions. So you can have like a little shunting yard, stations and sheds and things like that. I think that's what I was going for. The new Hornby system has changed that. But yeah, I am surprised as to how far this has come. It's just gotten bigger. And I am pretty surprised that I am taking this so seriously. I didn't used to when I had my original Hornby layout. I actually had the Smoky Joe set. I know it was because the old Thomas and Percy set from Hornby didn't have a siding. The Smoky Joe layout did. And I know that I had a Smoky Joe, and I know that I had the brake van that came with it. That's literally pretty much all I can really remember about it. There were always plenty of derailments. The controller was a slab of plastic with the tiniest red knob. It was like a classic controller. I mean, just look at that. But yeah, I definitely prefer this. And it's been adapting. I mean, all the things that I've got now. I mean, I've made my own tools, for God's sake. My own uncoupler and my own oil can. 2 Pullman coaches, which I think is necessary for when you're doing this hobby, because you're more than likely going to have a train that pulls Pullman coaches. A shunter's truck. These 2 coaches here that Smoky Joe's pulling, they're guards coaches. I have my own track rubber. I'm really taking things proper seriously. I've been cleaning the track non-stop. I've been keeping an eye on the gears on the bottom of the locos, on both of them, giving them a bit of maintenance and just trying to keep both of them healthy. This is more track than I've ever had. It used to just be a single oval and the smallest siding that you could only really fit maybe Thomas, Annie and Clarabelle on, and that were about it. And we had it nailed down to a baseboard. I remember Dad made me a baseboard out of plywood, ran it off the edges, and I drew in details to make it look like the Hornby track map. I never really had like the engine shed, or I think I might have had a station at one point. Speaking of the station, you might see that tomorrow once it's finished. I'll just stop that there. I am surprised how big this has gotten. 3 new wagons just yesterday. And I really am taking this seriously. I think it's because it's my money that I invested into this. The old set, my mum bought, which was pretty much the exact same price that this was, £85. But we could never get fully going. I never fully got started in Hornby. I wanted to get a layout started that looked like it did on the track mat. I think it gave you a track mat back in the day, and it was probably bigger than this, and it had like 3 loops, stations, and track branching everywhere. And I think that's what I always wanted. And the track was nailed down to the baseboard, and I can't remember where we stored it when I wasn't using it. I think I might have stored it under my bed, come to think of it. So I think, did I have my double bed back then? I don't even remember. But I might have stored it under my bed. And yeah, then I just grew tired of it. I didn't use it. It was clogging up too much space. And you know, Mum was really upset about it because she scrimped long and hard to get it for me. So, world's most ungrateful son. But now I've got my own layout here. This is pretty much all my money so far. I mean, Mum's bought me these 2 Pullman coaches and the Hornby 2009 thing. Dad's bought me these 3 wagons, but the red coaches, the wagon, the track packs, and the layout itself, and even the station and Smoky Joe, I bought myself. And so much of my money is invested in this. And I do have an idea for what I want to, of a little scenario that I want to have. And I'll do that in a future video when I've made more ideas on what I want. I'm thinking of like little scenarios put together, and then it makes it like a railway. I'm going to have to look for inspiration. Because I don't want to copy what anyone else does. This is my layout. I run what I want on it, and it looks how I want it to look. That's rule number 1 of Hornby, ladies and gentlemen. Your layout, only you can decide what runs on this and how it looks, and what you can either follow the Robot Wars rule of KISS, keep it simple, stupid, or you can go completely elaborate. Get ballast, get trees, get paint, get everything going. In fact, I might even weather up this bridge to like add smoke lines on the bottom, you know, because the trains have been through it and I've got steam engines. So just a couple of little brushes of black paint mixed in with a touch of grey, and then fade away the walkways. You know, it would really give it a nice effect. And I'll also do some weathering on the trucks. You know, there's so much I can do. This is only the beginning. So, if you're going to invest in a Hornby layout, what I would say is think very, very carefully about the layout that you want. Because there were quite a few. There was the Caledonian kind of freight train one, which only had 2 or 3 wagons, and it was just a loop. It wasn't anything very exciting, whereas this was a lot more worth it for what I got with it. And I was really pleased. I really was. And I was expecting Mum and Dad to, you know, have my neck for buying it. But, you know, they were cool with it, which I am surprised about, because normally they have a go at me for frivolous spending. And it has been growing. It's only been a week, and already 2 loops of track, little sided, 4 coaches, so many wagons, 2 locos, and it's all coming together. And I've got about 2 or 3 lists of things that I want, and there's one in particular thing that I cannot wait for, which is going to be my shunter. So I've asked for what is probably the best shunter, which will look brilliant on these rails. Hopefully also by then I'll also have the other track mat and the other track pieces, and then this can get bigger. And then once I've got it to there, then I can decide what I want to do with the layout and how I want it to be. I wouldn't mind having this on a table, to be honest. So then, your controller's there and you can sit down on the floor and have your eyes at their level. Whereas this, you've got to lie down in order to have your eyes at their level. So just kind of do it how, you'd expect it to be. Just like that, up here, up to eye level when you sat down. Because this is not bad, but when you've got an engine going around the track and you're watching it, you're doing this, and your head just keeps revolving and it does your neck in. So yeah, a whole week since I started this, and I'm fully in the rabbit hole now. I'm in this. I'm trapped in that hole. Hornby have been very, very clever. We'll just give you a looper tracking sign and see if you like it or not. But of course, if you do like it, be sure to grab all the track packs. I imagine that's what they were doing when they came up with the track packs to make it bigger and better and all that jazz. I've still got the boxes for the station, for this truck, and for the actual starter set itself. I just like the style of packaging that they've gone for. And let's not forget, it's not really Hornby anymore. It's actually Triang, because Hornby was struggling. Triang bought them out, and then it became Triang Hornby. And then I think they've rebranded themselves because Triang wasn't that well known of a name compared to Hornby. Because obviously Hornby did Meccano and Airfix, things like that. Now, when someone says Hornby, you immediately think of the train set. So yeah, hopefully this will get bigger as time goes on. Hopefully there'll be more videos popping up pretty much every day, getting bigger and better. I might actually scrap the Hornby Virtual Railway 2 series, because every time I try and get back on it, it just doesn't save the world. It saves the presets, but it doesn't save the actual world, which is stupid and annoying. I've always had that problem. So for about £6, you can have a computer game with very limited rolling stock, very limited track, and very limited things you can do. Whereas if you put the money and the effort in, you can get something truly remarkable. These trains are fully under my control. I can feel them, I can touch them, I can pick them up, I can do that. I can put them back on the rails, I can maintain them, But yeah, a whole week since I bought this set, and I am really happy about it. I mean, if you go back through the videos and see it from the beginning and then watch it all the way through to now, you'll probably be as amazed as I am that it's grown so quickly over just a week. Over a week. And more than likely there will be more stuff as the days progress. Plenty of stuff for birthday and Christmases. I mean, I was looking through the Hornby catalogue and both sides of the sheets. That's how serious I am. But yeah, that's really it. And that's my layout. 1 week later. So, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then be sure to stick around. There'll be plenty more Hornby related videos on the channel very soon. Until the next time, take care and bye for now.